After news broke yesterday that North Korean leader Kim Jong-un is threatening to cancel the June 12th peace summit, Democrats and their never-Trump poodles rejoiced. Yes, they did. Well, the North Korean dictator's vice foreign minister is taking issue with U.S. military exercises underway with South Korea. The North Koreans say it is a provocative military ruckus jointly conducted with the South Korean authorities that threatens the peace process. Well, even though these are exercises that are conducted every single year. Well, the North Koreans are further agitated by John Bolton's suggestion that the Hermit Kingdom should commit to a complete denuclearization, similar to Libya in 2004. Well, that really set the North Korean foreign minister off. He said, "It is essentially a manifestation of an awfully sinister move to impose on our dignified state the destiny of Libya or Iraq, which had been collapsed due to the yielding of their whole countries to big powers." Well, North Korea's vacillation and the bait-and-switch routine that they're pulling here is kind of typical, and it was probably expected by the Trump team. But what I saw and what I heard when I woke up this morning was even more disturbing than what North Korea is pulling here. American commentators wearing their "see, I told you so" smirks, reveling in what could be bad news for their own country. They were preemptively dancing on the grave of the peace summit. And why? For the sole reason that it would embarrass President Trump.
If you would look at history, you would be a little more, what's the word, careful about being braggadocious.
Well, I mean this. Donald Trump has an aversion, almost, he's allergic. He's allergic to complexity and allergic to history.
North Korea can scent that desperation on Trump's part, and now they're kind of rattling his cage to see how desperate he's going to be for this agreement.
I think there was a tendency, especially from the president, to be sort of doing an end zone dance in anticipation of having scored something. But frankly, he's doing an end zone dance on his own 20-yard line.
You think he ever played football? Anyway. Former Obama CIA chief John Brennan, with his usual smug, self-satisfied disingenuousness, he chimed in saying, "This turn of events is unsurprising since Donald Trump seems enamored with a fire-aim-ready policymaking process that is fraught with pitfalls as well as potential disasters." Pitfalls? Potential disasters? To me, it sounds like the CIA under Brennan's leadership. But look, maybe if the media were not so obsessed with all things stormy or absurd Russia collusion theories or intra-White House rivalries, well, maybe they'd be able to see how petty and, yes, un-American they seem today. We're talking about the possibility of doing something profoundly good for the United States and for our allies throughout Asia. Achieving peace and bringing North Korea out of the dark ages of human rights, that's a critical objective. And let's not forget, Trump has already done the unexpected. He has helped liberate American hostages from North Korea's hands and opened up the possibility for real peace. He's changed the dynamic. The State Department today said they have no official indication from North Korea that the summit is off, and that the president is planning right now to be there. Every United States citizen, regardless of their political party or personal feelings toward the president, should want the summit between Trump and Kim Jong-un to happen, and of course, for it to be successful. The lives of hundreds of thousands of innocent people are potentially at stake here. Ending the possibility of thermonuclear war? That's a little more important than scoring cheap political points against a president you didn't vote for, don't you think? And that's the angle.